Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is Journal with Fran. So today is the start of another month. Well, it'll probably be a couple of days into the month already by the time you see this, but I am ready to share or record my currently inked for the month of February. So before we dive into February's inks, I want to share a little bit about how I'm tracking my currently inked. I'm actually tracking it in my daily planner. And basically what I'm doing in this Sterling Ink daily planner is I'm using the intro page for the month. So it has January in here. I'm using this intro page as my summary for currently inked. So for January, here are the 5 pens that I had inked up. And then anytime I made a change to a pen, like decided not to use the pen anymore or inked up a new pen, anything like that, I noted the date here in which I did that. So for January, I decided to retire the TWSBI Diamond Mini in white and rose gold, and then I replaced that pen with the TWSBI Eco Cream, but I used the same ink. And then here on the 21st, I retired my Platinum Century Bergonia in like basically red that had Diamond Merlot, because I realized that my revelation here is that I picked my pens without really thinking about the sticker kits that I was going to use as I journaled, so I decided to put it away. So coming into February, I do have my page prepped here, so I'm going to go ahead and clamp it down for us. For the month of February, I knew there were certain sticker kits that I already had in mind to use, and so I pulled out all those sticker kits into one pile, and then I looked at the inks that I wanted to use for the month, so that way there's a better chance of me not having to retire any of the pens. So here I have my Coffee Monsters Co. monthly deco sheet, and this is gonna go in my like monthly happy moments. I have this Sadie Stickers journaling kit with like hints of purple, which I thought would match well with this. And then of course, February being the month of like love and Valentine's Day, I do have another journaling kit from Sadie Stickers. This is very straight up Valentine's. And then I have softer pinks and burgundies here with my Letter to Apollo kit. This one is called Rosy Dreams. So a whole journaling kit there. And then, and then another journaling kit from Sadie Stickers from her February kit last year. So this is kind of like a deeper, this would actually probably go with the Merlot, but these were my sticker selections for this month. Do I know if it's going to cover all 28 pages? Not sure, but that's okay. This is just a place to start. So what I did with my currently inked page was I decided to use these ink bottle stamps from one of my stamp kits from Everyday Explorers Co. And then I already pre-wrote down the pen, and then we'll swatch today as I show you the pens here. So excuse all the clutter. I'm hoping to find a groove this year with how I do my currently inks. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. So the first pen that I have is the Pilot Kakuno in the Dreamy Blue. This is the new collection that came out. This is in a fine nib, and I am just using the regular black ink cartridge that comes with the pen because I do not have an extra Pilot converter lying around. So I figured I would go ahead and just use what we got until I have an empty cartridge and can try different inks. So nice juicy writer, that is pen number 1. And then I already inked the swatch because I needed to grab ink from the cartridge to put on the paper. Okay, the next pen is very familiar. This is the TWSBI Eco Cream and Rose Gold, or Crema. Is it Crema? Excuse me if it is Crema. But I decided to carry over this pen because I truly loved it so much. I think I used it almost half the month in my January pages. But yeah, so it's the TWSBI Eco Crema Rose Gold. Here's my little loop-de-loops, my heart, and my little swatches. And the ink in here is Lennon Toolbar Brown Sugar. And I forgot I wanted to do this first. I'm gonna use my Speedball B1 to fill the ink in our little, it's like coloring with ink, so awesome. I actually didn't test to see if the ink would smear the stamp ink, but yeah, this is Lennon Toolbar Brown Sugar. Definitely one of my favorites, like a really great neutral. Like I wouldn't be surprised if this pen just made it through the whole year. All right, the next pen is the Pilot Kakuno in the Dreamy Pink. So same release as the blue one. I'm using the pink one. It is also a fine nib. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that this is an extra fine, but I'm hoping you knew that. Yes, fine nib. And I actually rinsed out the ink cartridge, let it dry, and then injected some ink into this pen. So this Kakuno is filled with Sailor Shikiori Yutsubame, and I am almost done with the ink in this bottle, so I figured February is a great month to go ahead and use. Right. So there's that one. And this is like a darker pink, kind of a little burgundy in it. Really love it. Right. That's pen number 3. 2 more pens to go. The next pen I'm inking up is Sailor Pro Gear Slim. This is the Momo pen with gold trim in a fine nib. And in this pen I have Sailor Shikiori Sakura Mori, and this is the only ink sample I'm using this month. And I wanted like an as true as I could get to pink ink. And I'm actually surprised how light the ink is coming out on the paper in the fine nib, I guess because it's a fine nib, and it's a Sailor fine. It's very, very light. When I was looking at my sample book, I saw this like pink, so I thought maybe I would get like a deeper color, but that is not what I'm seeing here, so I am a little concerned, but we'll see how the month progresses. I will definitely at least be using this pen once, and then I'll just make a note if I decide to change it out. Okay, and so the final pen for today is going to be my Kaweco Sport in Iridescent Pearl, and this is also in a fine nib. And in it, I have a very similar ink, not a similar ink, it's another carryover ink from last month, but in a different pen. This is the Ink Institute Shuiyang Forest, and I used this last month in my Sailor Pro Gear Slim Winter Rain. And I'm using it again this month because this is probably one of my favorite inks, and I'm so glad I got a bottle of it when we were at Yoseka because I got to sample it in store and I totally loved how it looked. It looks like a grayish blue, but hopefully when the ink sample dries up, you can see it has some purple shading, and it's just the perfect color. So I have it right now in my Iridescent Pearl. I feel like that's a beautiful pairing, but I also have the Winter Rain still inked up because there is just a little bit more ink left in here, and I feel like similar to the brown sugar, this will probably be another pen and ink that I will have inked up year round, so that it's available to me anytime I want to use this ink. But for February, we'll try the Kaweco Sport because I have like a renewed love for Kaweco Sports, or just Kawecos recently. So yeah, so here is my February lineup. Let me know in a comment below which, oh wait, I didn't do a close-up. My gosh, sorry. Seriously, still getting the hang of this. All right, so here we go. There's my black, my brown, my Sailor Shikiori Yutsubame, Sailor Shikiori Sakuramori, and my Ink Institute Shui Yang Forest. So let me know in a comment below if you have a favorite ink for this month. I'm looking forward to the next video, my friends. Please give this video a thumbs up to support the channel. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you at the next one, my friends. Until then, have a wonderful day.